guys, and welcome back to another video. Today Kelly and I are doing our mid-year reading wrap-up for you guys.
Yeah, checking in.
Cannot believe that it's already halfway through the year.
I know.
Kind of sad, and that means summer's almost over as well. You know, we're in July now, so
that's very sad.
It is super sad. I haven't done anything fun this summer yet. I need to get out and do some summery things.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
You haven't taken one of your 4 annual trips?
No, because
It's a
house
no travel
renovations
year. Yes.
are expensive. So,
Yes.
but don't worry, because I have at least 2 planned for next year.
Oh,
already.
well, there you go. You're all good then.
Yeah.
You're all good.
Yeah, we'll make up for it.
That's right. So yeah, we thought we'd kind of check in, see where we're at.
Yeah, see how close we are to reaching our Goodreads goals for the year.
Yeah.
I lowered my expectations for this one, so
there we go.
if I don't reach this goal, we got some issues. I can't call myself a reader, I don't think so.
Yes, you can.
No,
Yes,
not
you
a
can.
good one.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do it. So, alright, so far in 2023, I have read a total of 21 books. Which is probably about what Kelly reads in like a month. So, you know.
No.
It's pretty close. But yeah, so 21 books. My Goodreads goal I set for the year was 30. So I am 70% of the way there, baby.
You are good. Look at you.
I'm excited. I've never been this close to reaching a Goodreads goal in my life. So this is a very exciting moment. I'm going to celebrate come end of the year. Like if I surpass that goal.
Well, you better.
I probably will.
If you're 70% in,
we have
halfway through.
9 more books.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 of those will be book club.
That's right.
So I only have to read 3 other books, and I've already
right.
started one, so we're almost there.
There you go.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
There you go.
Super excited. So yeah, of those 21 books, I have had 1 5-star.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yep. But I'm also like really picky, I guess. Like I don't give out 5 stars easily.
Yeah.
So it has to be a really, really good book for it to be a 5-star. And actually it was T. Kingfisher, What Moves the Dead.
There you go.
That's a 5-star
there
so
you
far.
go.
So there's that. I had 8 4-star books, had 8 3-star books, 2 2-star books, and 1 1-star, which I'm sure when I talk about what it was later, everyone will know. You might already know. If you watched all our other videos, probably already know which one it is.
Probably.
Yeah. But for overall, that gives me an average rating of 3.1 stars for the year so far, which is meh.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets better though. I want to end the year with at least a 4-star average, if I can. So
There you go.
yeah.
All right. Well, I have read so far 35 books this year. My goal is 40. So I know I am also like over 70% in. So fairly sure I'm going to
I'm thinking
blow that away.
Yeah, we're going to have to go out to dinner and celebrate.
We are.
Goals. Yeah.
We are. So my ratings were, I had 8 5-stars so far, 15 4-stars, 11 3-stars, and 1 1-star. And truthfully, one of those 3-stars should have been a 2-star. But you know, whatever. So it brings my average to about 3.8. I'd probably, yeah. Anyway, if I'd done the 1 2-star, I was far more generous in rating that book than I should have been. It should have been 2. Anyway, that was it. So 3.8. I'm not unhappy with that, but it could be better.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It rounds up to 4, so.
It does round up to 4, but not quite there.
Yeah.
Okay.
My longest book for 2023 was Jane Eyre. And my shortest book for the year so far was The Latte Factor, which was a nonfiction book that I just... It was good. It wasn't what I needed, though. So it gave me a total page count of 7,433 pages, or an average book length of 354 pages.
There you go.
pretty average.
Yeah, I think mine was about the same. My longest book was the same, Jane Eyre, and my shortest book was Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God, which came in at like 193 pages. So that was the shortest. I have read a total of 12,201 pages for an average of 359 pages. So pretty close.
Alright, so authors. For the year so far, there have been 16 authors that I have never read from before. There were 5, obviously, that I have read from before, and only one author out of all of them that I read more than one book from, which was Kendari Blake, because I read her Anna Dressed in Blood duology. So, yeah. I'm trying to think which ones that were new to me that I'm going to keep reading from. I'll read another book from. I don't know why I'm
T.
looking at
Kingfisher,
you.
because I'm going to make you.
T. Kingfisher, I will definitely read from again. Probably FREDRIK BACKMAN, because I still want to read Anxious People. I think that'll be a good one. Potentially Naomi Novik, but I'm not gonna say for sure on that one. KRISTIN Hannah, because it's one of our book club books.
It is a book club book.
So it's happening whether I want it to or not.
Yep.
And I think that's about it. All the others I could pretty much give or take on their books. Although Jessie Patanto, I want to read her other books in this series because I read Dial A for Aunties.
I want to read that too.
Yeah, have it. You can borrow it.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
That's
it was a pretty good book, so I definitely want to continue on in the series, so I'll be reading more from her as well.
So of my 35-23 were new authors to me. 6 were repeats. Charlotte Bronte, Emily St. John Mandel, Grady Hendrix, Andy Weir, Jude Devereaux, and Shauna Maguire. Of those, there is 2 that, no, not of those. Of all, of all the authors. T. Kingfisher is new, but I've read 3 of her books. And then Shauna Maguire is a repeat, but I also have read multiples this year, so that got confusing.
Genres. So, I, so far this year, have read 3 horror/thriller books, 3 YA horror books, so of course my favorite category is winning out so far. I had 2 nonfictions, 3 that I'm going to consider romance or like contemporary romance, 1 sci-fi, 1 classic, and 7 general fiction books because I didn't really know how else to classify them, so I went the easy route.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so like Amy, my favorite genre, my favorite genre has one out, and that's fantasy. I've read 15 of my 35. I had down 4 romance, but I think, yeah, probably one of those probably should be classic instead of romance, but you know, whatever. 3 science fiction, 1 I considered literary, 1 I considered mythological, 2 magical realism, 4 thriller/horror, 2 just contemporary fiction, and 1 nonfiction. And then there's 3 that, if you watched our wrap-up video for May, you'll understand that I had no idea how to classify these. They could be historical fiction, they could be considered women's fiction, they could possibly be sort of horror-ish, sort of fantasy, sort of magical realism. Got no clue. There's 3 of those. There you go.
Alright.
No clue what to say.
Alright, and then the final thing we're going to talk about in this wrap-up are, of course, our favorite and our least favorite books so far.
That's right. So far this year.
Yeah, so far this year. I'm going to start off because I always like to get the bad news before the good news. So, bad news. Least favorite book so far, Mountain Laurel. Everyone saw it coming. I mean, this book is trash.
It really was. It really was.
I don't normally say too often that books are a waste of my time, but this was a waste of my time. And you can hear even more of our thoughts, both of our thoughts on this book in our
more of our rants.
Yeah, our reading romance. What was it? With
the menage a trois.
Yeah, that one. I can't say, words are hard.
Yeah, words are hard to do.
They are. So yeah, go check out that video to hear more on our rants as to why neither one of us like that book.
Yeah, it was just bad. So,
but now, on a happier note, my favorite book so far for 2023. Kelly's gonna be so happy about it. What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. Definitely a great revamping of Poe's Fall of the House of Usher. I love this book. It's just so good. T. Kingfisher is an amazing writer, and I sat down and read this book. Like, this was one of the first books in a long time where I actually just sat and I didn't want to move. Like, I just wanted to sit and read, and I think I read this book until I finished it. It was so good. It really does a good job of like putting you in the place, like as you're reading it, so you're feeling all of the suspense and the horror, and you're feeling disturbed and you're feeling scared, and just like this book could give you nightmares. It
did give you nightmares.
It gave, yeah. So yeah. It's great. Definitely recommend this book for sure. And yeah.
T. Kingfisher in general, but yes, this one, if you like horror.
Yeah,
she's very eclectic writer, so if you don't like horror, you really can find something else. Okay, so I was not gonna, repeat Amy's worst favorite, because it really was the worst of the year for both of us. It was my one-star read. So since she already talked about that one, I decided to go with my second worst of the year.
Which was also my second worst of the year.
Yeah. Which was amazing, because there's another one I could have gone with too. Anyway, yeah. No, that was last year. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, this was our last book club book from last year that I actually finished in January, so it counts for this year. The Midnight Library. This is also the one that I very generously gave 3 stars to, that I should have only given 2 stars to. It was such a cool premise about a woman who is in the depths of depression, and she tries to harm herself, and she ends up kind of at an in-between place called the Midnight Library, where there is an infinite number of books, and each book gives you a new life. You can go in and actually live out this other life. Like, if you had made one decision differently, one tiny decision, how would your life have gone? Coolest premise ever, worst execution ever. We both ranted about this. If you'd like to see more information on that, and how we ranted at, then you can go see that. And I know so many people that like this book, and I just
it didn't do it.
Agree to disagree.
It definitely, missed the mark on that one.
I think so. Okay, so my favorite book. This one was really hard for me to decide, because I read 3 T. Kingfisher books this year, and as you can tell, that's one of my favorites. But I did not go with any of those. I went with The Justice of Kings by Richard Swan. So this is a book about, it's in a fantasy world. It's been long enough that I read it that I don't remember the name of the world. But anyway, the main character, the main character is actually a young girl named Helena, who is a assistant / apprentice to a king's justice, Sir Conrad von Valt. And the king's justices are sent out throughout this country, this kingdom, and they basically dispense justice. So they're like circuit riding judges, you might say. It's them to interpret law and hold courts and do executions if necessary. The book is full of political intrigue. It's full of action. It's just, oh my gosh, it's just crazy how much is packed into this book. And basically, it is like this book starts, this kingdom is kind of on the verge of upheaval. And so there's just kind of the start of what might be the downfall of this kingdom. So, and then what would happen to the justices if that happened, what would happen to Helena being an assistant. Anyway, I picked this over T. Kingfisher because, well, her books are absolutely wonderful. They're also very short. And, you know, they're really all about this, like, A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking is a little bit longer, but they're all rather short. And they're wonderful. But this book, being larger, has just that much more time to really dig deep and really develop a world and develop characters and develop stories. And not to say that she doesn't in hers, but it's just a very different style. And I think for keeping me entertained for as long as it did, and normally I don't like high fantasy political intrigue kind of books, and I loved this book. So that's why I went with this one over the T. Kingfisher books. And I already have the sequel down here somewhere, but it doesn't matter. But I got the sequel in, and I'm really looking forward. Oh no, it'll be up here somewhere. Here it is. This cover, this cover is amazing. As you can see, that's Sir Conrad on the cover there. This cover, this is the sequel, Tyranny of Faith. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's Helena on the front. Oh my god, that is so cool. Okay, so anyway, that's why I went with this as my favorite so far this year. So there it is. There it is.
That was our little quick mid-year review wrap-up.
Checking in.
Yeah.
Checking in what we have done. You only have
9 books till I hit my goal.
You got plans for those 9 books?
Well, obviously 6 of them are going to be book club books.
This guy on that one.
Yep, so yes, I
cannot wait to get over here.
I'm so excited for.
Well, maybe not this one so much, but
I'm excited
these
for these
4
3 and this one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So 6 of those there.
I am really looking forward to Stephen Graham Jones. I have heard so much about him, and I've never read any of his books.
No, but this book, I've wanted to read this book for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It is so highly talked about, and it was a Goodreads choice award winner.
Well,
but I think it'll be okay. I think it's.
I give some leeway, not a lot, but some. But he wrote the Chainsaw. My Heart is a Chainsaw. What is that?
My Heart is a Chainsaw.
My Heart's I think he wrote that book.
Oh.
Which I have seen all over the place.
Yeah, it's
too.
always on the top list for horror books.
Yeah. But I've just heard he's really good, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I'm excited. Trying to think what else. Right now, I'm reading Hell's Half Acre, which is a true story about the Bender family.
Oh, the Bloody Benders.
The Bloody Benders. I actually was in Independence, Kansas a couple weeks ago, which is just right down the road pretty much from Cherryvale, which is where the Benders did all of their murdering and things. So I figured that kind of like sparked my motivation to read the book, because I've had it since it came out. So, but yeah, reading that right now, and then the other 2 books. So no, we'll see. It's a surprise. I don't have anything picked out. I kind of just read by how I feel at the time, I guess. So
Me too. Mood reading,
Yeah.
but you need to read that one.
Okay, so this one's also gonna be read.
Nettle and Bone, T. Kingfisher. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
I do. Maybe we should do another blind date. You can have that one, and then you just pick one for me.
Okay.
We haven't done a blind date in a couple months.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
There we go.
There we go.
So see, you already know.
Yeah.
What I would pick for you.
Perfect. So it'll be Kelly's book. That's a surprise, but
Yes. There we go. I already picked it. She's reading it because I think she's gonna love it. It's really good. So yeah. Cool.
What about you?
Well,
Obviously, the Raven Boy is gonna be.
yeah, I think the first half of the year I read a bunch of cozy fantasy books because I had read Legends and Lattes, and I thought, I don't really care for it very much, but I was curious. So I read like 5, 6 other books. now I think for the last half of the year, I'm going to focus on sequels. Because I started, last year? I started like 8 series last year.
Series.
And, well, one of them I don't really want to read any more of. But yeah, so, I mean, there was like Sentinel and Ascends, The Bear and the Nightingale, what's that? Well, The Bear and the Nightingale is the first book. I can't remember the name of the series. But anyway, I've got The Girl in the Tower. I've got Arm of the Sphinx, which is the next one after Sentinel and Ascends. I've got A Fire Endless, which is the second duology of Rebecca Ross's to A River Enchanted. N.K. Jemison's books from the 5th season, right? Yeah. Yes. The sequels to the 5th season. What else have I got? I have so many. Well, of course, the Raven Boys. I've got to finish the Raven cycle.
Gideon the Ninth have any?
Oh, yes. Gideon the Ninth, Tamsin Muir. I've got the second one to that one also, Harrow the Ninth. I'm going to finish with Shannon McGuire's because, again, she's got 2 books coming out this fall in that series. So they're already pre-ordered. Well, I just talked about Tyranny of Faith, which is the next one after Justice of Kings, so I've got that one to read. I'm going to focus on continuing on in series and see where we go, because, yeah, I've got a bunch.
Yeah.
Got a bunch on that, and I probably won't get finished with any of the series. Well, Rebecca Ross's is a duology, so that one will be done as soon as I read that book. It's a chunky book. But the first one was chunky too, but it wasn't bad. Anyway.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
That's what I'm going to be doing, for sure. And then, of course, book club books.
Yep.
I've got 5 more books to hit my goal, so.
So Kelly's going to surpass her goal this year. Just with book club alone, so.
I will.
Yeah.
I will, yeah. That's all right.
So, dinner and a book shopping spree to celebrate.
When we hit our goals, not at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like I haven't. I just did a shopping spree. I counted them up. 23 books I ended up with from that shopping spree. But the shopping spree I did at this time last year, I bought 35 books.
Oh, so improvement. There's some self-control being practiced.
I just think that I have 10 more books to buy.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it, I guess. We gotta get you caught up.
I buy used books.
Yeah.
Almost exclusively. I buy, except when I'm pre-ordering stuff, but almost exclusively I buy used books. So, I mean, I bought all of the, look at this, 4 hardbacks. And they're gorgeous. They're old library copies, so they've got some stickers. One of them's got a stamp on it, but the covers are pristine. The books themselves are a little bit worn, but there's no marks, there's no rips, there's no tears. I got all 4 of these books for just over $18.
It's pretty
I just posted about it on Instagram because I'm so proud of myself. So, yeah. Nobody gets to judge me for my shopping sprees.
Yeah, you tell them, Kelly.
Yeah. Oh, the battery's done.
Oh gosh, so we gotta wrap this up quick.
Okay.
But
So that's it.
Anyway, yeah,
That's
that's it. Those are our plans. That's our mid-year review. Hope that you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that red subscribe button down below the video. We'd love to have you join us every Sunday for our book videos. And also, let us know down in the comments what you guys have read this month. Are you close to reaching your Goodreads goals? What has been your favorite book and least favorite book of the year so far? Like, all of it. Let us know.
How you doing?
Yeah, let
How
us
you
know
doing?
down in the comments.
Yes. And if you like the book stuff, we've got more book stuff back on Amy's channel. I'm going to say stuff a lot because I'm doing this fast. But then if you like other stuff, she's got all kinds of that too. She's got cleaning videos, and she's got shopping hauls and kitties everywhere, and fashion and home decor and blah, 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 blah. And she has a blog as well with more stuff. Links below. Yeah.
Nailed it. Stuff. But anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I am Amy.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are
The Everyday Epic.
See y'all in the next one.
Bye.